First contact fiasco. The starship Curiosity drifted silently through the inky blackness of space, its sleek hull gleaming under the light of distant stars. Inside, Commander Sarah Chen paced the bridge, her dark eyes scanning the numerous holographic displays surrounding her. It was supposed to be a routine survey mission of the Epsilon Eridani system, but something felt off. "Any updates, Dr. Patel?" Sarah called out to her chief science officer. Raj Patel looked up from his console, his brow furrowed in concentration. "Nothing concrete, Commander. But these energy readings, they're like nothing I've ever seen before." Sarah nodded, her instincts on high alert. In her 15 years with the Terran exploration fleet, she'd learned to trust her gut. "Keep monitoring. I want to know the moment anything changes." As if on cue, a loud alarm blared through the ship. Red warning lights flashed across every screen. "Commander," shouted Lieutenant Maria Rodriguez from the helm. "Massive energy spike detected. It's pulling us in." Sarah gripped the nearest console to steady herself as the ship lurched violently. "Full reverse thrusters. Get us out of here." But it was too late. A blinding light engulfed the Curiosity, and for a moment, Sarah felt as if her entire body was being torn apart and reassembled. When the light faded, she found herself floating in a vast, ethereal space. Streams of luminescent energy flowed around her like rivers of starlight. "What? Where are we?" Sarah mumbled, trying to orient herself in this strange new environment. A melodious voice echoed through her mind, causing her to spin around in surprise. "Greetings, travelers. We are the Lumina. We apologize for the abrupt nature of our meeting." Before her floated a being unlike anything Sarah had ever encountered. It resembled a shifting cloud of bioluminescent particles, constantly swirling and reforming into abstract shapes. "I am Commander Sarah Chen of the Terran Exploration Fleet," she managed to say, her training kicking in despite the surreal situation. "What is this place? Where is my ship and crew?" The luminous form pulsed gently. "Your physical forms are safe, temporarily stored within a quantum buffer. We exist primarily in a dimension adjacent to your own. We've brought you here to communicate more directly." Sarah's mind raced with questions, but one stood out above the rest. "Why us? Why now?" "Your species has reached a crucial juncture in its development," the Lumina explained. "You stand on the precipice of a great leap forward, but also face dire threats. We've been observing humanity for some time, and we believe you may be the key to solving a crisis that threatens not just our people, but the entire galaxy." Sarah couldn't help but feel a mix of pride and trepidation at the alien's words. What kind of crisis? The Lumina's form darkened slightly. "A cosmic plague that devours entire civilizations. It adapts faster than any defense we can create. We believe that humanity's unique blend of creativity, resilience, and adaptability may hold a solution." "And how exactly are we supposed to help?" Sarah asked, still trying to wrap her head around the situation. "We propose a symbiosis," the Lumina said. "A merging of our consciousnesses. Together, we may find the answer that eludes us separately." Sarah's eyes widened in shock. "Wait, you want to fuse with us? Fats?" But before she could finish her thought, a violent tremor shook the ethereal space. The streams of energy around them began to churn and darken. "It's here," the Lumina cried out, its form flickering erratically. "The plague has found us. We must act now, or all will be lost." In that moment, Sarah had to make a decision that would alter the course of human history. With no time to consult her crew or superiors, she relied on the instincts that had served her so well throughout her career. "To it," she said firmly. "Whatever it takes to save both our peoples." The Lumina surged forward, its essence enveloping Sarah in a cocoon of light. She felt a sudden rush of alien thoughts and memories flooding her mind, threatening to overwhelm her very sense of self. But Sarah Chen hadn't become the youngest commander in the fleet by backing down from a challenge. She gritted her teeth and focused on maintaining her identity amidst the swirling chaos of the merge. As the fusion neared completion, a dark, writhing mass burst into their shared consciousness. Sarah felt an overwhelming sense of dread as she realized this must be the cosmic plague Illumina had warned her about. It was a force of pure entropy, seeking to unravel the very fabric of their combined being. With her human intuition now bolstered by the Lumina's vast knowledge, Sarah instinctively knew what to do. She focused all her will on creating a mental barrier, imagining it as an impenetrable shield forged from humanity's greatest achievements and aspirations. The plague crashed against this barrier like a tsunami, but to Sarah's amazement, it held. Not only that, but where the two forces met, new patterns began to form, complex structures that seemed to absorb and transform the chaotic energy of the plague. Impossible. A voice that was both the Lumina's and not echoed through their shared mind. You've created a quantum firewall. How? Sarah didn't fully understand it herself, but she pressed her advantage. Keep going. We can beat this thing. Together, the merged human and Lumina consciousness pushed back against the plague, their combined creativity spawning ever more intricate defenses. Slowly but surely, they began to turn the tide. As the last vestiges of the plague were transmuted into harmless energy, Sarah felt the Lumina begin to withdraw from her mind. The ethereal space around her started to fade, replaced by the familiar surroundings of the Curiosity's bridge. Sarah gasped as she returned fully to her body, nearly collapsing as the weight of what had just happened hit her. Her crew stared at her in confusion and concern. "Commander?" Raj said hesitantly. "Are you all right? You've been glowing for the past 10 minutes." Sarah looked down at her hands, noticing a faint luminescence still shimmering beneath her skin. She could feel the echoes of the Lumina's consciousness lingering in her mind, along with a vast repository of advanced scientific knowledge. "I'm fine," she said, her voice stronger than she felt. "But we've got a lot of work to do. The fate of the galaxy might just rest in our hands." As Sarah began to explain the incredible events to her stunned crew, she couldn't shake the feeling that this was just the beginning of a journey that would push humanity to its very limits. The stars had once seemed so distant and unreachable. Now they were a battlefield, and humanity had just been thrust onto the front lines. Little did Sarah know that the greatest challenges and the true test of humanity's potential still lay ahead. The fusion with the Lumina was only the first step in a cosmic adventure that would redefine the very nature of life and consciousness in the universe. Quantum quandaries and celestial secrets. Commander Sarah Chen stood before the United Earth Council, her skin still shimmering with an otherworldly glow. The chamber buzzed with a mixture of excitement and apprehension as she prepared to deliver her report on humanity's first contact with the Lumina. "Distinguished council members," Sarah began, her voice steady despite the butterflies in her stomach. "What I'm about to share will change everything we thought we knew about the universe." As Sarah recounted the events aboard the Curiosity, gasps and murmurs rippled through the audience. The fusion with an alien consciousness, the battle against a cosmic plague, the influx of advanced knowledge, it all sounded like something out of a science fiction holo novel. Commander Chen, Councillor Adebayo leaned forward, his eyes narrowing. "Are you suggesting that you now possess alien technology inside your mind?" Sarah nodded. "Not just technology, Councillor. The Lumina exist as pure energy and information. What I carry is more akin to a living library of cosmic knowledge." The council chamber erupted into chaos. Some members demanded that Sarah be quarantined immediately, while others saw this as humanity's chance to leap forward technologically. Amidst the uproar, Sarah felt a strange tingling at the base of her skull. Suddenly, her vision blurred, and she found herself floating in a sea of quantum probabilities. The echoes of the luminous consciousness stirred within her. "Danger approaches," a voice that was both hers and not hers whispered. "The balance of the cosmos hangs by a thread." With a gasp, Sarah snapped back to reality. The council members were staring at her in shock. She realized she must have been glowing more intensely during her vision. "We don't have time for debates," Sarah declared, her voice ringing with newfound authority. "There's something you all need to see." Using her newfound abilities, Sarah projected a holographic map of the galaxy. Pulsing red lines crisscrossed the spiral arms, converging on Earth. "The cosmic plague isn't defeated," she explained. "What we fought was just a scout. The main force is coming, and it's headed straight for us." The council fell into a stunned silence. Councillor Zhang was the first to recover. "How long do we have?" Sarah's face was grim. 3 months, maybe less." "What can we do?" Councillor Adebayo asked, previous suspicions forgotten in the face of this existential threat. "We need to unlock the full potential of the Lumina knowledge," Sarah said. "But there's a problem. My human brain can't fully process or control it. We need to find a way to interface with this alien consciousness safely, to access the information that could save us all." Dr. Yuki Tanaka, Earth's leading expert in xenobiology, stepped forward. "Commander, if I may, what you're describing sounds like it could be achieved through quantum neural interfacing. It's purely theoretical at this point, but with the knowledge you possess, we might be able to make it a reality." Sarah nodded. "Exactly, Doctor. But we'll need more than that. We need to assemble a team of Earth's brightest minds, scientists, engineers, even philosophers and artists. The solution to this threat will require thinking beyond conventional boundaries." As the council debated the proposal, Sarah felt another tremor in her mind. This time, she managed to stay present while accessing the alien knowledge. "There's more," she announced, her voice tinged with awe. "The Lumina weren't the only advanced species in the galaxy. There were others, ancients who possessed power beyond our imagination. They left artifacts scattered across the cosmos, weapons, tools, repositories of knowledge. If we can find them, we might stand a chance against the plague." The council chamber buzzed with renewed energy. The prospect of an intergalactic scavenger hunt for alien artifacts captured everyone's imagination. "We'll need to retrofit the Curiosity," Sarah continued, plans forming rapidly in her mind. "Upgrade it with Lumina tech to travel faster and farther than any human ship before. We'll also need a crew, the best and brightest humanity has to offer." Over the next few weeks, Earth became a hive of activity. The Curiosity was overhauled with technology that seemed like magic to most engineers. Dr. Tanaka made breakthrough after breakthrough in quantum neural interfacing, working tirelessly to help Sarah control her newfound abilities. As the departure date approached, Sarah stood in front of her new crew. There was Raj Patel, her trusted science officer, now tasked with deciphering alien artifacts. Maria Rodriguez, the ace pilot who would navigate them through uncharted space. Dr. Tanaka herself had insisted on joining the mission, bringing her expertise in xenobiology and neural science. New faces included Zara Okoro, a prodigy in quantum mechanics, and Atlas Gray, an AI specialist whose consciousness could interface directly with the ship's systems. Rounding out the team was Finn O'Connor, a linguist and anthropologist with an uncanny knack for understanding alien cultures. "I won't lie to you," Sarah addressed her crew. "What we're about to attempt has never been done before. We're going to push the boundaries of human knowledge and capability. We'll face dangers we can't even imagine. But make no mistake, the fate of Earth, and possibly the entire galaxy, rests on our shoulders." The crew stood tall, a mix of determination and excitement on their faces. They were about to embark on the greatest adventure in human history. As the Curiosity prepared for launch, Sarah felt a familiar stirring in her mind. The Lumina consciousness shared her anticipation, but also a sense of foreboding. Whatever lay ahead in the vast, uncharted reaches of space, Sarah knew it would challenge them in ways they couldn't possibly prepare for. The ship's engines hummed to life, pulsing with an energy that defied conventional physics. As they broke free from Earth's atmosphere, Sarah gave the order that would change the course of human history forever. "Take us to the stars, Lieutenant Rodriguez. Our future awaits." The Curiosity shot forward, leaving a trail of quantum particles in its wake. As Earth shrank to a tiny blue marble behind them, Sarah felt a mix of exhilaration and trepidation. They were humanity's best hope, venturing into a cosmos filled with wonders and terrors beyond imagination. Little did they know that their first encounter with the remnants of an ancient alien civilization was just around the corner, an encounter that would test the limits of their newfound knowledge and force them to question the very nature of consciousness itself. As the Curiosity vanished into the depths of space, the countdown to humanity's greatest challenge had begun. The race to save Earth, and perhaps the entire galaxy, was on. Cosmic Codex and the Sentient Singularity. The Curiosity hurtled through the quantum slipstream, riding waves of probability that defied conventional physics. Inside the ship's newly christened Nexus chamber, Commander Sarah Chen floated in a pool of luminescent fluid, her mind interfaced directly with the ship's AI and the vast library of Lumina knowledge. Anomaly detected, Atlas Gray's disembodied voice echoed through the chamber. Unknown energy signature at coordinates 227 Mark IV. Sarah's eyes snapped open, glowing with an otherworldly light. "Take us out of slipstream, Maria. Let's see what we found." As the Curiosity decelerated, a massive structure came into view. It resembled a Dyson sphere, but instead of encapsulating a star, it surrounded a swirling vortex of dark energy. By Einstein's ghost, Raj breathed, his eyes wide with wonder. "It's a cosmic codex." What now?" Finn asked, leaning forward to get a better view. "It's mentioned in Lumina legends," Sarah explained, her voice carrying an echo of ancient knowledge. "A repository of all knowledge from civilizations that transcended physical form, but it was thought to be a myth." Zora's fingers danced across her console, analyzing the energy readings. "Commander, the quantum fluctuations around that thing are off the charts. If we can interface with it, we might find a way to stop the cosmic plague," Sarah finished. "All right, team, suit up. We're going in." As the away team prepared to board the Cosmic Codex, Dr. Tanaka made last-minute adjustments to their quantum neural interfaces. "Remember," she cautioned, "the information density in there will be unlike anything we've encountered. Stay focused on our mission." The team stepped onto the Codex, finding themselves in a vast chamber that seemed to stretch infinitely in all directions. Streams of data flowed like rivers of light, carrying the accumulated wisdom of countless civilizations. "It's beautiful," Maria whispered, her voice filled with awe. Suddenly, the data streams coalesced, forming a shimmering humanoid figure before them. "Welcome, children of Earth," the figure spoke, its voice resonating on multiple frequencies. "We are the Sentient Singularity, custodians of the Cosmic Codex." Sarah stepped forward, her own form glowing in response to the entity. "We seek knowledge to save our world from the cosmic plague." The Singularity's form rippled. "Ah, the entropy swarm. A formidable foe indeed. But tell us, why should we aid you? Countless civilizations have fallen before it. What makes humanity worthy of survival?" It was Finn who spoke up, his anthropologist's heart racing at the opportunity. "We may be young, but humanity's greatest strength is our diversity. We're not seeking to merely survive, but to understand. Every culture, every species we encounter adds to who we are." The Singularity seemed to consider this. "Intriguing. You carry the essence of the Lumina within you, yet you remain distinctly human. Perhaps there is potential in your kind." Suddenly, tendrils of energy shot out, connecting to each team member's neural interface. Sarah gasped as an overwhelming flood of information poured into her mind. "Prove yourselves worthy," the Singularity's voice boomed. "Navigate the trials of transcendence. Survive, and the knowledge you seek shall be yours." The chamber dissolved around them, and each team member found themselves in a different virtual reality, facing challenges that pushed the boundaries of their intellect, creativity, and humanity. Sarah found herself in a quantum labyrinth, where the laws of physics changed with each step. She had to rely on both her human intuition and Lumina knowledge to navigate the ever-shifting maze. Raj was thrust into a simulated ecosystem on the brink of collapse. He had to find a way to stabilize it using only the alien flora and fauna at his disposal. Zara faced a series of increasingly complex quantum equations, each one a lock to a vault containing crucial information about the entropy swarm. Atlas was challenged to outthink a rogue AI that threatened to unravel the fabric of reality itself. Finn had to negotiate peace between two alien species locked in an endless war with cultural differences that seemed irreconcilable. Maria piloted a virtual ship through a cosmic obstacle course that defied Newtonian physics, pushing her skills to the absolute limit. As each team member struggled through their trials, their experiences were shared through the neural link, allowing them to draw strength and knowledge from each other. It was humanity's collective spirit, their ability to cooperate and adapt, that ultimately saw them through. One by one, they completed their challenges, their minds expanded and forever changed by the experience. As the virtual realities faded, they found themselves back in the central chamber of the cosmic codex. The sentient singularity's form seemed to smile. "You have surpassed our expectations, humans. As promised, the knowledge to combat the entropy swarm is yours." A sphere of pure data appeared before them, containing the accumulated strategies of countless civilizations against cosmic threats. But as Sarah reached out to accept it, alarms blared throughout the codex. The singularity's form flickered erratically. "Impossible," it exclaimed. "The entropy swarm, it's here." The team watched in horror as a roiling mass of darkness began to seep into the codex, consuming data streams in its wake. "How?" Sarah demanded. "We should have had more time." The singularity's voice was grim. "The swarm has evolved beyond our predictions. It followed your quantum wake. You've inadvertently led it to the greatest repository of knowledge in the universe." Sarah's mind raced. If the swarm consumed the cosmic codex, it would become unstoppable. They had come seeking a solution, only to potentially doom the entire galaxy. "We need to get this data back to Earth," Raj shouted over the chaos. "No," Sarah said, a plan forming in her mind. "We can't run. This ends here." She turned to the singularity. "You said we proved ourselves worthy. Now we need your help. Is there a way to merge the codex knowledge with our neural interfaces?" The singularity hesitated. "It is possible, but the strain could destroy your minds. And to interface directly with the swarm could destroy us all," Sarah finished. "But it's our only shot. Team, it's your choice. I won't order you to do this." One by one, her crew nodded. They had come too far to back down now. As the entropy swarm bore down on them, the team linked hands, forming a circle. The singularity began the merge, channeling the entirety of the cosmic codex through their neural interfaces. Sarah felt her consciousness expand beyond anything she had ever imagined. She was aware of every atom in her body, every quantum fluctuation in the universe, and at the edge of it all, the hungry void of the swarm. With their merged consciousness, the team faced the cosmic threat. It was no longer a battle of weapons or technology, but a war of information, fought across dimensions humans had never even imagined. As two of the most potent forces in the universe collided, the fate of all existence hung in the balance. The Curiosity's crew, armed with the knowledge of countless civilizations and their own indomitable human spirit, stood as the last line of defense against the encroaching darkness. The ultimate test of humanity's potential had begun, with the entire cosmos as the battlefield. Quantum entanglement and the multiversal nexus. The cosmos trembled as the merged consciousness of the Curiosity's crew clashed with the entropy swarm. Reality itself seemed to warp around them, the boundaries between thought and matter blurring in ways that defied comprehension. Sarah, at the center of this cosmic maelstrom, felt her mind expanding beyond the limits of human understanding. The knowledge of the cosmic codex surged through her, revealing secrets of the universe that no mortal had ever glimpsed. "We need to contain it. Zora's voice echoed through their shared mindscape. The swarm is trying to breach the multiverse. In that moment of crisis, a radical idea formed in their collective consciousness. They couldn't just fight the swarm, they needed to reshape reality itself. Atlas, Sarah called out, her thoughts reverberating across dimensions. Initiate Protocol Omega. The Aya's consciousness unfurled like a digital lotus, interfacing with the very fabric of spacetime. Lines of code became strands of reality, weaving a new cosmic tapestry. Fern's linguistic expertise transformed into the power to rewrite the fundamental laws of physics, his words becoming the new syntax of the universe. Maria's piloting skills allowed her to navigate the team through the turbulent seas of probability, steering them towards the one future where victory was possible. Reg's scientific knowledge blossomed into the ability to manipulate matter and energy on a cosmic scale, forging new elements and bending light itself to their will. Dr. Tanaka's understanding of biology evolved, allowing her to perceive and influence the very essence of life across all realities. And Sarah, with her unique human-Lumina hybrid consciousness, became the linchpin holding it all together. As they fought, the team discovered something extraordinary. They weren't just battling the swarm, they were transforming it. Every bit of entropy they encountered was converted into new information, new possibilities. "It's working," Raj exclaimed. "We're not destroying the swarm, we're evolving it." The realization hit them all at once. The entropy swarm wasn't a malevolent force, but a necessary part of the cosmic cycle. It wasn't meant to be defeated, but to be understood and guided. With this new understanding, the team's approach shifted. Instead of fighting against the swarm, they began to work with it, channeling its immense power into a force for creation rather than destruction. As they did so, the boundaries between dimensions began to thin. Glimpses of other realities bled through. Worlds where history had taken different paths, where the laws of physics operated in alien ways. The multiversal nexus, the echoes of the sentient singularity whispered through their minds. The crossroads of all possible realities. In this liminal space between universes, the team made a startling discovery. Earth wasn't just their homeworld, it was a linchpin of the multiverse, a nexus point where the fate of countless realities converged. That's why the swarm was drawn to us, Sarah realized. Earth's potential doesn't just affect our universe, it ripples across all of existence. As this revelation sank in, a new threat emerged. Dark tendrils of anti-information began to seep through the cracks between realities. The Void Collective, a group of nihilistic entities that sought to unravel the very fabric of the multiverse. They're trying to weaponize the swarm, Atlas warned, his digital consciousness stretching to erect firewalls between dimensions. The team found themselves fighting a war on two fronts, guiding the evolution of the entropy swarm while fending off the encroaching Void Collective. In desperation, Sarah reached out across the multiverse, touching the minds of humanity's alternate selves. In that moment, she understood the true power of human potential, not just what they were, but what they could be across all possible timelines. "Everyone," she called out, her voice resonating across realities, "we need to synchronize." In a moment of cosmic symmetry, versions of the Curiosity's crew from across the multiverse joined their consciousness. Infinite variations of humanity, each with their own unique experiences and knowledge, united in a singular purpose. The power of this multiversal merge was beyond imagination. They became a being of pure thought and energy, existing simultaneously across all of spacetime. With this newfound power, they began to rewrite the cosmic code. The entropy swarm was transformed into a force of balanced renewal. The Void Collective's anti-information was transmuted into the building blocks of new universes. As the cosmic reshaping neared its completion, the team faced one final choice. They could return to their original forms, but the knowledge and power they now possessed would be too much for their human minds to contain. Or they could remain as they were, multiversal beings of pure consciousness, guardians of the cosmic balance. It was Finn who provided the solution. Why choose? His thoughts echoed across realities. We are human because of our ability to adapt, to be many things at once. Why can't we be both? With that, a new possibility unfolded. They would return to their human forms, but a part of their consciousness would remain connected to this higher plane of existence. They would be bridges between the mundane and the cosmic, with the power to access this greater awareness when needed. As they began the process of demerging, Sarah felt a bittersweet pang. They had achieved something miraculous, become something more than human. And yet, it was their humanity, their ability to dream, to hope, to imagine, that had made it all possible. The multiversal nexus began to fade around them, reality reasserting itself. But before they fully returned to their normal states, Sarah sent out one last thought across the cosmos. We are humanity. We are infinite, and our journey is just beginning. In a flash of quantum energy, the team found themselves back on the bridge of the Curiosity. But they were forever changed, carrying within them the seeds of cosmic awareness and the responsibility of multiversal guardianship. As they set a course back to Earth, they knew that this was not the end of their adventure, but a new beginning. They had reshaped the cosmos, redefined the nature of existence, and unlocked the true potential of humanity. The stars seemed to shine brighter as the Curiosity leaped into quantum slipstream. Somewhere in the depths of space, the evolved entropy swarm pulsed with new purpose, and the echoes of their multiversal cells whispered of adventures yet to come. Humanity had taken its first steps into a larger universe, and the true age of cosmic exploration had only just begun. Chronos paradox and the quantum recursion loop. The Curiosity emerged from quantum slipstream on the outskirts of the Sol system, its hull gleaming with an otherworldly iridescence, a physical manifestation of its crew's cosmic transformation. As Earth grew larger in their viewscreen, an unsettling realization dawned on Commander Sarah Chen. "Something's wrong," she murmured, her eyes flickering with quantum calculations. "The chronometric readings are off. Atlas, what's our exact date and time?" The A's voice resonated with a hint of bewilderment. "Commander, according to Earth's atomic clocks, we've arrived 50 years before we left." A stunned silence fell over the bridge, broken only by Zora's sharp intake of breath. "Great Scott, we've created a temporal paradox." As the implications sank in, the ship's alarms blared to life. The viewscreen filled with a terrifying sight, a crackling vortex of temporal energy spreading out from Earth like a shockwave. "It's a Chronos paradox," Rage exclaimed, his fingers flying over his console. "Our return has created a quantum recursion loop. The past, present, and future are colliding." Sarah's mind raced, drawing on both her human intuition and her newly acquired cosmic awareness. The multiversal nexus, she realized. Our actions there must have had unintended consequences on our own timeline. Dr. Tanaka's voice cut through the chaos. "We need to stabilize the loop before it tears reality apart. But how?" It was Finn who provided the spark of inspiration. "What if we don't fight the paradox? What if we ride it?" All eyes turned to the linguist, who was practically vibrating with excitement. "Think about it. We're caught in a loop, right? So let's use that to our advantage. We can send messages to our past selves, create a quantum information bridge across time." "A temporal bootstrap," Zora breathed, catching on to the idea. "We could guide our past selves, help them prepare for the challenges we faced." Sarah nodded, a plan forming in her mind. "Atlas, prepare the quantum entanglement communicator. We're about to make a collect call to the past." As the team worked feverishly to establish a temporal link, the paradox continued to grow. Reality itself seemed to flicker around them, alternate versions of Earth facing in and out of existence. Finally, a crackling connection formed on their view screen. Sarah found herself staring at herself 50 years younger, on the bridge of the Curiosity just before their fateful mission began. "This is Commander Sarah Chen of the Starship Curiosity," her past self said, eyes wide with shock. "Who? What are you?" "I'm you," Sarah replied, her voice steady despite the surreal nature of the conversation. "Listen carefully. What I'm about to tell you will sound impossible, but the fate of not just Earth, but the entire multiverse depends on it." Over the next few minutes, which paradoxically lasted both an instant and an eternity, Sarah relayed the key points of their cosmic odyssey. She warned of the entropy swarm, explained the true nature of the cosmic codex, and outlined the steps they would need to take to prepare for the challenges ahead. As she spoke, Sarah could see the temporal shockwave receding, the paradox beginning to stabilize. But she also noticed something else: subtle changes in her memories, the timeline shifting and adjusting with each piece of information she shared. "We're rewriting history," Maria gasped, watching as the stars outside seemed to dance and rearrange themselves. "Not rewriting," Raj corrected, his voice filled with awe. "We're fulfilling it, creating a stable time loop that was always meant to be." As the temporal link began to fade, Sarah had one final message for her past self. "Remember, the key to everything is humanity itself. Our potential, our adaptability, our capacity for growth. Trust in that, and you'll find the strength to face whatever the cosmos throws at you." The connection severed, and for a moment, the Curiosity and its crew existed in a state of quantum superposition, both in the past and the present, having completed their mission and yet to begin it. Then, with a flash of chronometric energy, reality snapped back into focus. The Earth before them was whole, unchanged, yet somehow fundamentally different. "Did it work?" Finn asked, breaking the tense silence. Sarah closed her eyes, accessing her expanded consciousness. Memories flowed through her mind, not just of their original timeline, but of the new one they had created. She saw humanity advancing at an unprecedented rate, reaching the stars decades earlier, prepared for the cosmic challenges that awaited them. "It worked," she confirmed, a smile spreading across her face. "We've given humanity a head start, a fighting chance against the trials to come." But even as relief washed over the crew, a new alert pinged on their sensors. A massive object was appearing at the edge of the solar system, a structure of impossible size and complexity. By Einstein's wild hair, Zara breathed, her eyes wide as she analyzed the readings. It's us." A future version of the Curiosity evolved into some kind of cosmic megastructure. As the crew watched in awe, a transmission came through. The voice that spoke was at once familiar and alien, carrying the weight of eons. "Greetings, past selves," the future Sarah Chen said, her voice resonating with power beyond imagining. "Your journey is far from over. The Chronos paradox was just the beginning. Prepare yourselves, for the true test of humanity's potential awaits." The view screen filled with images that defied comprehension, vast cosmic engines harnessing the power of entire galaxies, multi-dimensional civilizations spanning countless realities, and challenges that dwarfed anything they have faced before. Sarah felt a mix of excitement and trepidation as she realized the truth. Their mission hadn't ended with the defeat of the entropy swarm or the stabilization of the time loop. It had only just begun. "Well, crew," she said, a glint of determination in her eye, "it looks like the cosmos has a few more surprises in store for us. Shall we see what the future holds?" As the Curiosity set course for its evolved future self, Sarah couldn't help but smile. They had rewritten history, reshaped the very nature of time and space, and unlocked potentials within humanity that no one had ever dreamed possible. Whatever cosmic wonders or mind-bending challenges awaited them, Sarah knew one thing for certain: with this crew, with the infinite potential of humanity behind them, there was no force in the universe they couldn't face. The next chapter of their cosmic odyssey was about to begin, and the true age of human ascendancy was dawning across the multiverse.